I was almost broken by this game, but I am back with renewed vigor. I have rebuilt my holdings in space. My bases are defended by hundreds, if not thousands, of point defense. Earth is holding. The aliens are expanding. We are starting to break into America. The unrest is increasing. Our opinion in here is decreasing. We need to figure out, we need to do more assassination. We're getting ourselves back into the game, guys, right? It is an exciting time to be playing Terra Invicta. This guy is relatively weak. It still might be worth it to assassinate him. It's a 76% chance. He is a servant counselor. We don't want to assassinate Karen Garbari. I think they're trying to lower unrest. This guy, he might be worth killing. I've killed a few of their counselors. I think I might do a little bit of unrest raising first. Until I find a counselor worth actually killing, I'm going to play it a little bit safe. So we're investigating, we're boosting our opinion, we're making unrest, we're defending our interests, everything is going well. We now have arrival markets, we can now buy more orgs. We haven't really been buying many orgs, but we can do it more now. So I'm trying to think about what my steps forward here are. It could be dreadnoughts, they're really expensive. I think I would like to get better armor. If I were able to get adamantine armor, it would make my ships very, very light to armor and I'd be able to make more advanced stuff. So there's just so many things I need to get. There's so much to research. I think appeals to hope will be really, really important for my long term. 15% greater impact on national public opinion seems quite useful. We have found a protectorate agent, and that protectorate agent is at relatively low loyalty, so I might be able to make a difference here. Chekhov base, how are you doing? What do you've got? You've got 2 defensive missile arrays. I'll let you keep your shipyard. What's your power level at? 20. You're important enough to defend. What's in orbit is the real question. Just a destroyer. You should be able to defeat that destroyer, I think. Let's observe this destroyer and see what happens. Yep, you can see shots are being fired every few hours. I'll try to keep talking so you can see when the lasers fire. But I think we managed to get a hit on that destroyer. Let me zoom out. Can I see this destroyer? Yeah, look, we managed to get a hit on him. So we're exchanging fire with the destroyer. We are potentially going to destroy him. Should be another firing soon. I think they maybe fire every day. So once this clock ticks over, we might see the laser fire. No. If I speed up slightly. We've got L3 orbits happening. I'm trying to watch and see.
Public opinion is
yeah, go ahead and repeat that public opinion mission. We're zooming. Keep raising unrest. Okay, looks like we haven't fired again. Has he stopped bombarding? Well, he hasn't taken any more damage, so I guess he's stopped bombarding the planet. He's waiting for reinforcements, which is good for me because that means I'm extracting valuable resources the entire time he's waiting for reinforcements. Right, so we have knowledge of a protectorate agent. He is relatively low loyalty. He's probably worth assassinating, honestly, but we're going to try to turn him. So let's get Vinicio. I want you to try to detain this guy. You're really good at it, so we'll just very easily do that. Bao Mi La, I'll get you to investigate him again so we can actually find his actual loyalty. Oh, you're not quite good at that. How good is your detain? I'll spend a little bit of special ops to get that well, does anyone have better investigation? Yeah, why don't I get Divikar to investigate him again? Bao Mi La will go ahead and do a public opinion campaign. Do you know what she needs to do? She needs to do some inspiring, but I just don't have the actions to do that right now. A lot of my counselors are really, really low loyalty, which is not good because I need to get my loyalty up, but we'll see what we can do. Also, I did discover that there are map modes in this game. I didn't notice it for a very, very long time, but there is a button over here that shows you like factional control. So you can see there's the alien administration. Different colors are for different factional controls. There's also, let me see, faction popularity. So you can kind of see who's the most popular faction in a region, or you can see xenoforming level. Oh my god, this would have been really useful to know, actually. Holy shit, Africa is bad. America is pretty bad. Asia doesn't seem too bad. Unrest. Decent amount of unrest in Southern Africa. Oh, boost income would have been really handy to know. My European boost income got obliterated. Military tech level. So China's actually fairly advanced. America's super advanced. Control points. Is that how many control points they have? Oh, it's how expensive it is. Per capita GDP. Oh my god. Population. This would have been super useful, all this stuff. But yeah, there are map modes in the game, so useful information, I guess. So we know everything about Hang Fukong, so we should be able to detain him and then turn him. Orbital bombardment at Wallenstoff base. This base has just been like getting bombed constantly. What's the status? We've got 4 layered defense arrays. I'm expecting to see this destroyer get obliterated on the first counter shot. So let's see what happens. We've got a destroyer and it got shot down. Immediately shot down. Perfect. Now, us shooting down those destroyers will upset the aliens, but we do get to keep our bases. So that's kind of a trade I'm willing to make. We captured a resistance operative who was on a mission in Stockholm, probably to blow up my mission control, which is really annoying. Yeah, they were sabotaging my facilities. It makes no sense for them to be going after me when I'm fighting the aliens, at least in my opinion. Right, we got Franklin base back up. Let me have a look at this. I think the nanofactory makes sense. Power-wise, this base is fine. 4 defense arrays and a nanofactory seems totally reasonable to defend this. They would have to bring a lot of firepower to this to break it now. So now we're positive on rares. We need to get more rares, but we are positive on rares, which means we will be able to build more ships, albeit quite slowly. We need to start thinking about expansion plans. So you investigated this guy. Let's get Bao Mi La, and I want her, and we still don't know his loyalty. Go ahead and detain him. We'll investigate him. We need to know his loyalty. That's the key thing. Unrest in America is still trending downwards. I think they're trying to defend against my unrest actions, which is reasonable. This is really, really good. PsyOps. Now we get +2 to unrest missions, and unrest is decreased by 3 in nations that we conquer. Point defense particle beam could be a good step forward here, actually. See, I don't even know what I should really work towards. There's so many techs, so many things. I will get myself the fusion pile. This in the long term will be very, very useful. If I can get the fusion pile array, it'll be cheaper and more effective than fission piles. Okay, we launched 2 more ships around Luna. I don't think we got any ship upgrades, and I'd like to launch 2 more. Let me go ahead and merge those fleets and delete another battleship. So we are going to scuttle a battleship. We have hurricanes, and I'm going to scuttle a grid as well. This should give me enough rares to build 2 more hurricanes. So this will lower the fleet power slightly. So 2 more hurricanes on the way. These are really decent ships. With 131 combat power, it's like comparable to an alien destroyer. Not in thrust or anything like that, but just sheer firepower. Okay, we managed to get the detain off. Now we just need to investigate him. And there we go. Now his actual loyalty score is 0, so we should be able to turn him. Hirschfield Crater is under bombardment again. Let's take a look at that. It's got 2 defense arrays. I think I may drop the shipyard. Let me have a look. What is it that's bombing it? A Corvette. Now, the Corvette should be taken out by 2 defense arrays easily. I'm finally getting to the point where I can start to eject some of these lower value groups that have just been costing money all game. EOS products is actually worth keeping because it's 4% economy and 48 cash and 3, whereas this is negative cash and no bonuses. So I'm going to sell off and like reorganize this a little bit. So I did a little bit of rearranging of my products. My guys have slightly less admin heavy stats, slightly better in various areas. My command score is quite weak across the board, which is something I need to deal with. My security score is reasonable. My science score is super low, so I really need like a science character to try and bring up my council science. And persuasion, still pretty low across a couple of these guys. This guy does have increase unrest, but his command is like still pretty low. So I think I'm going to opt to try to level up his command. And then I think this guy here also has increased unrest, but he has like no command. So that'll be something we need to like adjust and fix. So we're going to try to attempt to turn this protectorate counselor. And my hope is that by turning him, I will have full intel on the protectorate, because right now I have penetrated tech on the servants, so I know exactly everything they're doing, what their objectives are, what resources they have, what their counselors are, what they're doing, where they're operating. And by penetrating both of these guys, I'll be able to by penetrating their organizations, I'll be able to obliterate them. Now, when is this guy detained until? He's only detained for another moment here. I think I'm going to try to detain him again. Ooh, huge. So another 25% resources at the Franklin base. If I had more science attributes on my guys, I would have had a chance to increase it even more, but my science attribute is too low. Okay, so we detained him again. That's good. So we'll be able to get a full turn counselor. Perfect. So this is huge. Now we know where all the protectorate operatives are, where all the servant operatives are, and what their exact objectives are. Their objective is to build the Sentinels. Interesting. So I wonder what that is. I think they're trying to build orbital defense stations around Earth to slow us down. Or it's part of their win condition, rather, not to slow us down. It's their win condition. They immediately fired him. Okay, well, we'll have to just capture him again. So somehow the servants got a point in the European Union. We're going to have to deal with that. We have to switch back to defense mode. We can't keep attacking America. So that must have been an alien doing that, because we have vision on all of the servant forces, and they did not act upon that. It's unfortunate because I can't tell who's going to go and try and defend that. That's okay. We'll do a mass public campaign here. If I had been able to predict who is going to go defend interests, I could have intercepted Karen, but I'm going to just have to do a bunch of missions to get that back. We've completed the fusion pile. That's perfect. So fusion platform kits, fusion outposts, and fusion reactor arrays. Fusion reactor arrays are the next step in that tech level. Fall of empires has been researched, so they're working on networked propaganda next. This will open up a lot of ways to break up countries, like end of America, end of India, break up of Brazil, end of China, dissolution of Russia, all this sort of stuff. These are projects that they may want to do, is to break up countries into smaller countries to make them easier to take on. It looks like the aliens are definitely targeting Europe with some sort of PsyOps mission, so we're going to have to figure that out, maybe even target an alien for death. Now that I have a little bit of a surplus of economy here, I think I'm going to start rebuilding. This is scary. That's a lot of ships. They arrive in June, March, April, May, June. April, May, June. I might be able to get another round of ships out of Mercury. Let's see if we can get 2 hurricane classes. Oh wait, no, sorry. We want the Hurricane Mark II, Mark III. Did I mess up Luna's? I did. I built the wrong one. We want to make the Mark IIIs. Speaking of which, can I actually upgrade? Can I retrofit ships? No, I think the 2 hurricanes are incompatible, sadly. So I won't be able to upgrade one hurricane to another. But I mean, this hurricane is still decent, right? It's just a bit heavier and a bit more expensive. So that's not the end of the world. So we have found Alpha 16. It might be good to get a kill on him, although that would really piss off the aliens. See, I'm just kind of scared to declare any wars right now. Maybe it would be worth it. Stability in the alien administration is a big problem for them right now. If you look, it's ticking up to 4.8. So I might be able to start doing unrest missions in there and get some of these nations to break out. What's your assassination chance on that xenoform? Oof. Really, really low. He's maxed out his security stat. Crackdown chance in Europe is starting to approach a reasonable level. We're at 40%, so we just need to boost our popularity a little bit more. Oh, he's back. He's here. He's here to investigate. Okay, so our third councillor went away. We did not get much value out of him. We might be able to try and turn him again. We do have vision of him. Low Mars orbit fleet. I do believe we have a base on Mars again. It's still under construction till July, so I don't know if they can bombard a base under construction. I hope not. They might just be prepared to bomb it. So we have fully identified this alien. He has a 76% chance to enthrall elites. Holy shit. Even with all my defense working for me, he's still doing it. That's crazy. Do you know how hard it is for me to take this back? That is so OP. I have ferrocite resistance. I have 3 different technologies that cost me 10,000 science to make this harder for him. And he's just doing it so easily. Dude. That security makes him basically unstoppable, and his persuasion skill as well. He could take over Europe like in the next few turns if he wanted to. There's nothing I can do to stop him. I just don't have the power. That's nuts. I just don't have enough councillor actions to protect Europe. It's cutting into my science now as well. Like, this is just completely crippling my mission control. It's doing everything to me. I'm definitely starting to feel the pressure. I need to get that. I need to get Europe back, or else I'll have no mission control to build more bases. So 62% chance of succeeding. 65%, 70%, he just went back down because someone else did a public mission. 71% chance. We did do the crackdown. Perfect. So we should be able to get that point back. No problem. We've completed quantum computing. This is big. This is huge. This leads to quantum encryption and the research campus as well. But more importantly, quantum computing, I believe, we need to double check the tech tree here actually. Yes, I need quantum encryption so that I can go to covert operations. So quantum encryption is next, and then that will lead us to covert operations, which will give us an extra councillor. And I hope that maybe I'm more efficient with my councillors. It'll mean I'll be able to do more on the map. So we took back one of the control points in Europe. That's good. Let's make sure that we do the exact same thing now on this control point. Full send. It's cost me so much influence to do this. And then we have to also defend that point that we just took back. That does mean actually I need to go to Mercury. Now that I have spare mission control. Oh shit, where are you going? Okay, you're going to asteroids. You're going to the asteroids. You're going to Earth. And you're going to the asteroids. Okay, so that's found an orbital around Mercury. This will naturally be a two solar arrays, at least 2 operation centers, at least 2 layered defense arrays, at least 1 farm to cut down on costs. If I get 2 more operation centers, that pays for another base. God, fusion piles just seem so much cheaper to maintain. I can't wait to get them going. Let's get another operation center and then a skunk works, because more project research seems like it would be pretty damn good. We can now make the research campus. Let's have a look. This is a HAB module. Okay. So this just straight up gives you technology. Really efficiently, in fact. 50 science for 30 cash a month is pretty easy to do. It's relatively cheap. Yeah, I definitely would like to pick up the research campus. That'll open up a little bit of options for me to increase my science income in space. I think each one of those would generate 600 science a year, which is a not insignificant amount, especially when you start doing multipliers. So let's get that research campus. We can start putting research bases around Mercury. Right, we've also done appeals to hope, so our public campaigns are more efficient. Anything that can make my action economy more efficient right now would be really, really handy. Vinicio failed his role. He's going to have to attempt it again. He failed his role on the control points. That means Divakar is going to fail his role, which means we will have to get him to repeat his chance. Although he does have, I think, a 1% chance of hitting it if he gets a critical success. It's a very, very unlikely event. Yeah, he failed. Okay, we'll do a repeat on that. But fortunately, like, just losing a point to the European Union sets me back like many turns. And I mean, what else am I supposed to do? I can't lose my power base. I've invested so much in this. We have strategic lobbying now, so the influence cost of direct investments is cheaper, which means we'll be able to do more direct investments. Let's also reduce the money cost of those investments too. This is mainly so that I can invest in China, because China is fighting America over here. America and the aliens. Let me have a look. Who owns Pakistan out of curiosity? The resistance, but they're not fighting the aliens just yet. India has almost built another army. That's good, that's good, that's good. All right, nice. We nailed the crackdown. And once you nail the crackdown, you should be able to nail the purge. So we'll be able to get back the European Union. Full control of the European Union is back in our hands. We have all the mission control, all the boost, all the science back in our belt. Europe is back under control. Let me have a look. I think America is about to be absorbed into the alien administration. Can we start pumping unrest in the alien administration? If they get control of America, it's really bad for me. That's so much GDP and power. The big problem is that they're going to get 28 nukes. God, I feel so powerless. There's nothing I can do. They're going to be able to absorb them before I can do anything about it. I feel so powerless. I'm doing everything that I know I can do. My only hope is that the aliens just can't hold what they take and that their holdings will collapse. But I mean, like, it's really, really bad if they get those nukes. I'm pretty sure they won't build nukes, but they will make use of them. And the amount of investment points they're going to have now is also very scary. China launched a nuclear attack in the USA again, or on its own soil to get rid of the USA. That's good. It means one less army that the aliens are going to assimilate, and this is like the most advanced army in the world, unfortunately. That does lower global GDP, and the nuclear winter slowly gets worse. Yep. They have peacefully annexed the USA, gaining a whole bunch of armies and massive miltech, 28 nukes, and freedom of the seas. God damn it. The inequality is extreme, and unrest is climbing, so I wonder, can we nudge that along? You know what, I think we can nudge this along slightly. Your chance is far too low. So I think you're better off attacking xenoforming. God, I miss having my scientists. Now that America has fallen, I mean, there's not really much else I could do. I think we just have to kind of let that happen and we work on inspiring our people. Transnational investments are complete. It might be handy to have civil defense programs to protect against potential nukes on my territory. Fusion reactor arrays would actually be a huge step forward to my HABs out in the belt. So I'm going to go for fusion reactor arrays. Nice, he actually rolled really well on increasing the unrest. And here's the really important thing is, if I'm contributing to Bangladesh and China have declared war, okay, if I'm a contributor to the unrest in the alien nation, if the alien nation suffers revolution, I will have control of some of those countries that revolt, which might put me in a position to start assembling the Avengers, if you know what I mean. We've got a destroyer above Eleonora again. Thankfully, we have 4 defense arrays here. We might be able to make more efficient bases once we have those fusion piles. Okay, so low Mercury orbit. Yep. Ship construction has been completed. Let's take a look. Let's build another couple of Hurricane Mark 3s. We can actually afford to do this. These are like affordable ships. And around Mercury, we'll do the same. I'm trying to get efficient control. So basically, why I'm scuttling ships, I'm trying to scuttle my old ships. And the reason for that is because they take up mission control, which gives us threat level with the aliens. So if we reduce our threat level, but have a really efficient fleet, it means we'll be actually stronger compared to how big of a threat they think we are. So that's kind of like the logic there. Fuck, I've been muted because I got a phone call. God damn it. People need to stop calling me when I'm trying to record. Basically, I did a little bit of consolidation. I built some stuff in space. Basically, I did like some actions. I'm trying to turn a counselor inside the servants and the protectorate again. I stole a little bit of technology. I still don't fully understand how the tech works. I talked a little bit about how you actually want to have a little bit of a research at every single one of these projects, because if you're not researching every single one of these projects, you actually lose a bit of tech. You see, I'm at 2.2 tech, and when I start putting research in, my total tech goes up to 2.6. So in interested in getting as much tech in the game as possible, I think I'm going to start investing slightly into everything. Quantum encryption, I think, is what I'm going to be prioritizing now. To get my 6th counselor. But mostly I've just been trying to hold. I've been trying to bide my time. I've been waiting for the unrest in the alien nation to go up. I've been trying to do unrest missions, but they've been really, really difficult, and they seem to be really, really good at defending them. I'm really not sure how I'm supposed to stop them. 8% success chance against that large of a population and popular support. Even with like almost maxed out command, it's kind of scary. Similarly, his chance to assault alien assets is really, really low. We need to get his command up another few points and maybe figure out a way that we can get even more ops. I wonder, can you sabotage? Okay, interesting. So this alien base counts as military in region. They have a huge joint security council. They have and it's an alien nation, so missions are just harder against them. So this is almost impossible to sabotage the space defense. Okay, reasonable. I just really don't know what I'm supposed to do against the aliens. Not when they've merged in America and they have 28 nukes. It's like, Jesus. My hope is that this alien nation just is unstable and will struggle to continue to expand. China seems to still be fighting the good fight, distracting the alien armies over here. The problem is they managed to inherit the American stuff, and now they have really, really good stuff. It's really annoying. But the big news is that my presence in space is getting better. I'm at a point now where I'm not really sure what I should be doing. So I'm kind of just taking random actions because I don't know how I'm supposed to stop this. But I think trying to turn a servant counselor is still like a good goal. Okay, Project Exodus has failed. Okay, we are starting to get some fusion reactor arrays up in space like I was trying to do. I don't even know if my mic was active when I was talking about this. I started building fusion reactor arrays, which are more power efficient, which means I can start swapping out fusion reactor arrays for new stuff. We're going to go through all the bases and one by one replace old fission reactor arrays, because you can see these are cheaper to maintain. They cost a little bit more money, but they're just way more efficient, right, in terms of total power produced. So fusion reactor arrays are the way to go. You heard it here first. Can confirm. It's a big step forward for me. I am slowly getting stronger. That is the thing. That is the thing. I'm just ever so slowly inching my way towards having a really strong power base. Damn it, they're targeting Russia now. Not good. Need to defend Russia. I left that point open. Big mistake. Defend interests in Russia, protect what points we still have. Divakar, I need you to keep trying to do unrest in the alien nation. It's too expensive. Baumila, can you do a turn on this guy? Full send, 91% chance of success. If we could turn a servant again, it would be nice. How did you fail, dude? You had like a 90% chance of succeeding. I want to know what's up with these rolls, dude. It's telling me, oh, 90% chance of succeeding, and then it like hits on like a 30 somehow. Baffling. Genuinely baffling. All right, new monitors are coming online. 1, 2, 3, 4 monitors have launched out of the base. 5 monitors have launched out of the base. Merge up our fleets. So I think we can now go ahead and scuttle anything old. Like this destroyer isn't very good. Even the old hurricanes might be worth scuttling. Could be. So I've got 10 monitors around this planet. Are there any aliens on the way to Mercury? No, they seem mostly concerned with attacking my asteroid bases, which is understandable. So I don't think I need to continue to construct ships at Mercury. So how much fleet power do they have around L3? Quite a bit. A decent amount of fleet power is hanging around here. So I will continue to construct around L3. Anything worth scuttling in here? No, mostly actually the monitor class, which I'm quite happy with. I tell you what I will do though. Around Luna, I'm going to go ahead and construct the Citadel class monitor with its laser batteries and point defense turrets to act as a frontliner for this fleet. Hopefully that fleet doctrine will help out. New compact solid core fission reactor is available. Damn, the aliens are bombing the hell out of Wallenstoff. I thought this was a well-defended site. I'm surprised because it has 3 space defense modules. Oh, I guess the alien fleet just got murked. Okay, yeah, that seems okay to me. The space defenses are great. Out of curiosity, the alien fleet capacity has gone up 10,000. It'll be a long time before we can strike back. Like, they have 3 ships that are, 3k fleet power. But the most important thing is that we have a foothold. A foothold that they can't easily break. One thing that I find really annoying is that you can't build mission control around a planet, like, that you don't, if you don't have enough mission control, which is really, really annoying. So I'm going to have to figure out how to get another 4 mission control from somewhere. Like, I don't understand how this went from a 90% success chance to like a 0. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's the fact that do you know what it is? It's probably that we lost the detain on him. Hang on. All right, let's go for a detain and then a turn, and maybe that'll be enough. Okay, so we've detained him, and now this is a 91. Okay, so that's what it was. The detain was running off. So now we have infiltrated him. We know everything about the servants, what they're doing, where they're operating. Egeria orbit has attracted a dreadnought, believe it or not. A Fury class dreadnought around Carry Corollary. What's our space defense look like? Not good. We have not yet built much in the way of space defenses here. Not the most important base. It is where a lot of my water is coming from, so it will be painful to lose, but we can recover from that. If the dreadnought doesn't kill the layered defense array, we should be fine. Yeah, and it looks like we killed the dreadnoughts, or else we kicked him away, made him retreat. So mission to Saturn is completed. This will lead to mission to outer planets, so we can now build HABs around Saturn. We're not probably going to be doing that. A bunch of mission control around Mercury just came online, so we'll be getting more of that online. So we're in an okay spot. We're in a fine spot. Things are looking okay. Could be worth it to send a mission to Saturn. God, there's so many rares on Io. I really, really want to build a base around Io. I think I'm going to build a colony ship. That's going to be it for me, though, on this episode. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!